When the storm crashes in, sweeping away all hope, when lies and betrayal pierce like thorns, have you ever wondered if light still exists? In the suffocating darkness, when the heart bleeds and faith shatters, a story awaits your discovery, a story of resilient waves overcoming rocks, of flowers blooming amidst barren soil, and of an unseen hand catching every tear. This journey is not just about surviving, but about soaring high, about turning scars into gems sparkling under the dawn. Are you ready to step into the ocean of hope, where every pain finds meaning and every dream is renewed? In the depths of night, when rain falls ceaselessly, each heavy drop soaks into the parched earth, as if the sky weeps for the unspoken wounds of humanity. The storm roars, lightning tears the heavens, and icy winds slice through flesh, leaving human hearts trembling in solitude, buried under life's injustices. There are days when kindness is trampled, trust is torn to shreds, and sincere smiles are met with deceitful glances and words sharp as knives. That pain, like relentless rain, seems to stretch on endlessly, shrouding the soul in a fog of gloom, making one wonder if light still exists, if hope flickers somewhere in the stifling darkness. But behold the field after the storm. Lush green grass rises proudly, dew glimmers like precious jewels, and the sky, once overcast, now reveals the gentle silver of dawn. Nature, in its quiet resilience, whispers an ancient truth. No storm lasts forever, and no pain escapes the gaze of the one who created the heavens, mountains, and endless rivers. Every tear that falls, like rain nourishing barren fields, is never meaningless. They are caught by an unseen hand, gentle and full of love, held in profound understanding, as the sea embraces every river that flows to it. Every tear you shed, the Lord has caught. These words are not mere comfort, but a sacred promise, an assurance that no moment of anguish is forgotten, no sob vanishes into the void. Like a river patiently winding through rugged valleys, carrying silt to nourish the land, human pain, though harsh and cruel, is the raw material for renewal, for new life. Consider the ancient oak standing tall in the wilderness, unshaken by storms, not because it avoids them, but because its roots dig deep into the earth, steadfast, unyielding, and never surrendering. So too is the human soul, nourished by the belief that even in the quietest moments, when answers seem absent, the Most High watches, his gaze never leaving those who writhe in suffering. When the barren field seems beyond revival, rain arrives, bringing the breath of life. Droplets seep deep, awakening dormant sprouts, turning arid soil into a vibrant tapestry of green. Pain, no matter how deep, is not the end, but the beginning of a healing journey, a path to restoration and hope. Think of the mountain standing silently through centuries, worn by wind and rain, yet enduring, not because it is stronger than nature, but because it accepts time's etchings, becoming a symbol of resilience. Humanity is called to walk through life's storms, not to deny the wounds, but to trust that after thick darkness, dawn will break, bringing gentle light to soothe hurts and open a new day. Observe the small stream weaving through rocky crevices, flowing ceaselessly despite obstacles, for it knows its destination is the vast ocean, where all journeys find meaning. The human soul is also called to press forward, not by hiding pain or pretending the storm never was, but by believing each step, however small, is part of a greater plan. The sun, though veiled by clouds, never stops shining. It waits patiently for the moment. Clouds part to cast golden rays upon the earth. So too does hope in the human heart, dimmed by pain, yet ever present, awaiting its moment to awaken. The forest, after a harsh winter, when snow melts and cold winds cease, bursts into life with new shoots and chirping birds. This is nature's reminder that life always finds a way back, and no pain, however fierce, can extinguish the light of hope. In the darkest moments, when the heart is heavy with lies, betrayal, or exploited kindness, remember that nature never surrenders. The river flows on, overcoming rocks and cliffs. Grass rises, despite barren soil or savage storms. And humanity, with souls crafted by the Creator, carries the strength to overcome. Do not be deceived by the stillness of his hand, for his eyes never leave you. These words are a guiding light, a beacon in the stormy sea, reminding us that God's silence is not indifference, but a quiet, patient, loving presence. Like the moon shining silently in the night, needing no declaration of its existence, the Lord watches, waiting for the moment to transform wounds into stories of healing and glory. Pain, though it makes the heart bleed, is not the whole story. Look at the lush hill after rain, once a desolate patch, now teeming with life. Listen to the gentle breeze rustling through leaves, like a lullaby soothing weary souls. Nature, in its simple yet profound way, teaches that everything has its season, storms and sunshine. The human soul, too, is called to walk through dark days with faith that light never vanishes, only temporarily obscured. The fragile flower blooming in a rocky crevice does so not because it is stronger than stone, but because it seizes the scant rain and sunlight to thrive. Humanity is granted the strength of faith, hope, and patience, to await the dawn after the storm. The river flows quietly through endless fields, unhurried, unceasing, despite rocks blocking its path or mud slowing its course. It does not roar for permission to pass, nor turn back at obstacles, but patiently finds its way, winding through curves, carrying silt to nourish barren lands. So too is divine justice, sometimes slow enough to stir restlessness in human hearts, yet never failing. Injustices that wound deeply, sharp lies, betrayal veiled by false smiles, or kindness exploited, can make the soul feel abandoned, as if the heavens have turned away. But look at the river. It needs no shout to prove its strength, for its destination is set, and every drop contributes to its grand journey. God's justice is the same, quiet but certain, flowing through time, carrying the promise to redeem every pain. Human wounds, no matter how deep, are never beyond the reach of the one who shaped majestic mountains and vast oceans. What he allows, he redeems. What he permits, he repurposes. These words are a cool breeze through a forest after a sweltering day, offering comfort that no pain is meaningless. Like an old oak, struck by lightning yet sprouting anew from its roots, human pain is used by God to create new harvests, new beginnings. Picture a golden wheat field, once barren, now thriving and alive, thanks to the river's silt. Pain, though it makes the heart bleed, is not the end, but the soil where God sows justice, transforming loss into glory. Gaze at the sky after a storm, when clouds part and soft sunlight spills, making dew on leaves sparkle. The delay of justice is not denial, but time for God to craft a greater story. The story of Joseph illustrates this. Cast into a pit by his brothers, slandered and imprisoned, yet from that darkness he rose to save a nation. The river of Joseph's life did not halt at the rocks of betrayal, but flowed on, leading him to a destination none could foresee. So too, every injustice endured is a bend in God's river, and he knows how to guide it to shores of healing and glory. When the heart cries out for immediate justice, recall the waterfall cascading from a steep cliff. It chooses no easy path, but patiently erodes stone over centuries, creating wonders that leave humans in awe. God's justice works similarly, not in haste, but with precision and endurance. You don't need to fight for attention or defend your integrity. God has seen it all, and that is enough. These words are like moonlight piercing the night, reminding us that humans need not fix every wrong themselves. Like an eagle, needing no struggle against the wind, but only spread wings to soar, humanity is called to trust, to release the burden of self-justification, and let God write the story. See the coral reefs beneath the ocean, formed over millennia from tiny fragments. They rush not, demand no notice, yet become marvels that astound the world. Divine justice is built from quiet moments, from tears, from silent prayers, until one day it shines like the midday sun. Humans need not scream to be heard or fight to be seen, for the Creator remembers all. Like a field of wildflowers, blooming in wasteland, needing no gardener, God's justice arrives at the perfect time, bringing restoration and meaning to what was broken. In the glow of a crimson sunset, as the sun dips below the horizon, a field of wildflowers stretches like a living tapestry, delicate blooms swaying in the cool breeze, as if singing of resilient life amidst once barren soil. They hold no grudge against scorching days or battering storms, but reach for light, bursting with vibrant color, like smiles blooming through tears. Forgiveness is that field, where the soul is invited to step, where deep wounds are washed clean, where the burning flame of vengeance is quenched by the cool stream of freedom. When the heart is torn by lies sharp as knives, by betrayal hidden behind false smiles, or by kindness trampled without mercy, pain surges like a tidal wave, drowning all joy, urging the soul to demand justice, to make the wrongdoer feel the same hurt. But look at the small stream weaving through rocky crevices, releasing mud and debris, keeping its waters clear and free. Forgiveness, though a tearful journey, is the breeze soothing the heart, the light guiding through the dense darkness of bitterness. Pain, like a biting winter wind through a forest, can make the soul shrink, tremble, and crave to return pain to those who inflicted it. The fire of vengeance flares, hot and wild, promising release but leaving only ashes and emptiness. Vengeance belongs to the Lord and the Lord alone. These words are a radiant lighthouse amidst a stormy sea, illuminating the truth that clinging to vengeance chains the soul, like a bird weighed by stones, unable to fly. Consider the mountain standing through centuries, worn by rain and lightning, yet uncomplaining, unshaken, a symbol of patience and resilience. Vengeance, though it seems to offer justice, is like a desert sandstorm, obscuring all light, pulling the soul into a vortex of suffering. Forgiveness, in contrast, is gentle rain on dry soil, awakening dormant life, bringing freshness and hope, like dawn dispelling the night's mist. Gaze at the night sky, where stars twinkle amidst endless darkness. They do not battle the night, nor cry for light, but quietly shine, each star adding to the universe's mystic beauty. Forgiveness is not denying scars or accepting others' wrongs, but refusing to let them shape your story. Forgiveness is not saying what they did was right. It is saying they no longer have power to define your story. These words are the sun bursting through clouds, bringing clarity and freedom, like a golden wheat field once battered by storms, now rising strong through rain and sun. When humans choose forgiveness, the heart not only heals but blooms, like a lotus rising from mud, a living testament to the power of inner liberation. When the heart screams for the wrongdoer to pay, when memories of betrayal claw like talons, recall the mighty waterfall cascading from a cliff. It chooses no easy path, stopping not at rocks, but patiently erodes them over time, crafting wonders that awe humanity. Forgiveness needs no apology from others, as the waterfall needs no permission from stone to flow. It is a gift humans give themselves, a cool stream cleansing wounds, a breeze scattering clouds to reveal a clear sky. Picture the albatross gliding over the vast ocean, carrying no burden from past storms, but spreading its wings, embracing the boundless freedom of the sky. Forgiveness is those wings, lifting the soul above scars, soaring over pain, toward new horizons where joy and peace reign. The forest, after a fire's devastation, finds a way to renew. Green shoots pierce ashes, new trees take root, and birds sing again among the branches. Nature holds no grudge against the flames, using them as fuel for new life, as soil welcomes rain to nurture growth. So too are humans called to release vengeance, not because the wrongdoer deserves it, but because their own soul deserves freedom, deserves healing. Look at the coral reefs beneath the ocean, built over millennia from tiny fragments. They resent not the raging waves, nor cling to the pain of being battered, but quietly craft radiant wonders that astonish the world. Forgiveness, though a long and sometimes painful journey, is how humans rebuild themselves, turning heart's fragments into a masterpiece of healing and strength. When the darkness of bitterness threatens to swallow joy, when the heart is heavy with painful memories, behold the small flame burning in the winter night. It needs no fierce blaze to warm, only steady persistence to bring light to those who shiver. Forgiveness is that flame, unassuming, quiet, yet powerful enough to banish darkness, to melt the icy layers around the heart. It does not erase pain's memory, but strips its power, like sunlight melting ice on a lake, letting the water sparkle again. Humans, choosing forgiveness, not only free themselves, but become a breeze carrying seeds of hope, planting new harvests, not just for themselves, but for all who witness their journey. See the butterfly emerging from its cocoon, fragile yet resolute, spreading wings to fly into sunlight. Forgiveness is that transformation, the moment the soul breaks free from the past's chains, to soar, to live fully, to love again. When the wind of resentment blows, carrying painful memories, recall the lush hill, once scorched by fire, now teeming with life. Grass regrows, wildflowers bloom, and streams murmur like songs of rebirth. Nature teaches that no wound is permanent, no pain defines the entire story. Forgiveness is the path to a field of freedom, where the heart is no longer captive to the past, but liberated to embrace new light. It is the moonlight illuminating the night, needing no battle with darkness, only presence, quiet yet radiant. Humans, releasing vengeance, not only reclaim themselves, but become a flame guiding other souls lost in pain's darkness. On a verdant hillside, an ancient oak stands silently, its deep roots anchored in the earth, unshaken by roaring storms or thundering lightning. It boasts not of its height, nor competes for light with younger trees, but quietly extends branches, sheltering birds and grasses below. Humility is that strength, the deep roots keeping the soul steady amidst life's tempests, the gentle light radiating from a soul needing no fanfare. When injustice falls like hail, when slander cuts like icy winds, or kindness is met with scorn, the heart is tempted to roar, to demand recognition, to prove its worth. But look at the river flowing quietly through the valley, needing no proclamation of its existence, yet nurturing all life along its path. Humility is not bowing to defeat, but standing tall in dignity, trusting that the Creator sees all and will lift up those who wait. In a noisy world, where loud voices vie for dominance, humility is the gentle breeze, not roaring yet moving the leaves. Your response is not a reaction, it is a reflection. These words are sunlight piercing the forest canopy, illuminating the truth that how humans face injustice shapes their soul more than what others do. Consider the small waterfall flowing from a cliff, not loud like a mighty cascade, but over centuries it wears down hard stone, creating majestic caves. Humility is that quiet strength, needing no retaliation, no argument, yet leaving a profound mark. Like a field of wildflowers, unnoticed yet blooming vibrantly, the humble reflect the light of nobility, not through words, but through how they choose to live. Gaze at the sky after rain, when a rainbow appears, unassuming yet captivating the world. Humility is not denying one's worth, but placing it in the hands of the one who made the stars. When you walk humbly with your God, He sets the stage, He opens the door. These words are a cool stream through dry land, offering hope that humans need not forge their own path. Like the ancient oak needing no pull to draw sunlight, only reaching branches to receive it, the humble trust their moment will come, not through striving, but through patience and faithfulness. When David was a shepherd boy, overlooked by family and world, he quietly tended his flock, unaware that God was preparing a throne for him. David's humility was a small flame burning steadily in the night, needing no fierce blaze, yet guiding him to glory. When the heart is wounded, when dignity is trampled, the urge to stand and shout about injustice is understandable. But behold the mountain standing through millennia, needing no words to prove its strength, only silent presence, a refuge for countless creatures. Humility is that presence, a strength needing no declaration, the moonlight illuminating the night without battling darkness. It is the eagle, not fighting the wind, but spreading wings to soar above storms. Humans are called to walk in humility, not to shrink, but to grow in nobility, reflecting the light of their Creator. Consider the coral reefs beneath the ocean, silently forming over millennia from tiny fragments. They demand no attention, compete not with waves, yet become wonders that amaze the world. Humility is that journey, a quiet perseverance, a faith that what God plants in the soul will bloom in perfect time. Choosing humility, humans not only preserve their dignity, but become a breeze carrying seeds of hope, planting new harvests. Like a forest reviving after a harsh winter, humility roots the soul deeply, ready to receive new light and life despite past storms. When the world exalts the loud, when arrogance cloaks itself in confidence and demands acclaim, recall the gentle dawn's light, needing no shout to be noticed, yet dispelling darkness. Humility is that light, unassuming, uncontending, yet powerful enough to transform hearts around it. It is the river flowing ceaselessly, carrying silt to nourish the land, the small flame burning steadily in the cold night, warming without blazing. The humble not only find peace, but become a refuge for other souls, like the oak sheltering grasses, like the mountain housing countless lives. Beneath a sky ablaze with stars, as night falls like a velvet curtain embracing the earth, the light of tiny stars pierces the darkness, twinkling like whispers of hope. They do not shout for notice, nor fight the night, but quietly shine, guiding lost wanderers to safe shores. Healing is that light, a sacred journey where shattered souls are mended, where scars become medals of resilience. When injustice sweeps like a storm, leaving fragments of faith, when lies and betrayal pierce like thorns, the heart may feel like a field scorched by fire, desolate and barren. But behold that field when spring returns. Green grass rises from ashes, wildflowers bloom, and birds sing like a victory anthem. Nature never surrenders, and the human soul, though broken, is called to rise, not to forget pain, but to transform it into fertile soil for wholeness. Pain, like a raging waterfall crashing from a cliff, can make the soul tremble, seeming unbearable. But healing is holy. It is a quiet miracle. These words are a cool breeze through a valley, carrying life's breath, reminding that every wound can mend, every tear is caught and by an unseen hand. Consider the mountain worn by rain and wind over millennia, yet standing, not stronger than nature, but shaped by time and patience into enduring beauty. Healing comes not like a whirlwind, not loud like thunder, but gentle like dawn, slowly dispelling darkness, bringing clarity and warmth. It is the small stream weaving through rocks, flowing steadily though slowly to nourish barren lands, turning them into lush meadows. When the heart is heavy with painful memories, when bitterness threatens to choke joy, healing begins with a sacred choice, entrusting pain to the one who made the seas and stars. When you let God handle it, He doesn't just address the wrong, He makes you whole. These words are the sun bursting through storm clouds, lighting the path ahead, promising that every loss will be redeemed, every scar will tell a story of restoration. Look at the forest after a fire. When new shoots pierce ashes, trees reach for light, and the wind sings through branches like a hymn of rebirth. The human soul, too, is not defined by what is lost, but by what is reclaimed. Joy, peace, and the strength to love again. The healing journey is not a straight path, not a field always bathed in sunlight. It is like a river winding through a valley, sometimes meeting rocks, sometimes slowing through mud, but always pressing toward the sea. Every step, however small, is a victory. Every moment of releasing bitterness, every silent prayer is a droplet nourishing the soul. Picture the albatross gliding over the vast ocean, wings weary from storms, yet spread wide, trusting the wind to lift it higher. Healing is those wings, the strength to fly through tempests, not because humans forget the storm, but because they trust a peaceful shore awaits. When the past's darkness threatens to pull back, recall the small flame burning in the winter night. It needs no fierce blaze to warm, only steady persistence to bring light to those who shiver. Healing is that flame, quiet yet unquenchable, melting the icy layers around the heart, dissolving bitterness's chains. It does not erase memories, but strips their power, like sunlight melting ice on a lake, letting the water sparkle again. Choosing healing, humans become a breeze carrying seeds of hope, planting new harvests, not just for themselves, but for all who witness their journey. Behold the coral reefs beneath the sea, silently formed over millennia from tiny fragments. They resent not the raging waves, nor cling to the pain of being battered, but patiently build radiant wonders that amaze the world. Healing is that journey, the persistence to turn heart's fragments into a masterpiece of wholeness. It is the butterfly emerging from its cocoon, fragile yet resolute, spreading wings to fly into sunlight, unbound by the past's darkness. Entrusting pain to God, humans are not only healed, but renewed, like a lush hill after drought, teeming with wildflowers and the joyful murmur of streams. Healing's pace may be slow, but it is unstoppable, like dawn unbroken by night. Every tear, every prayer, every moment of trust is a step forward, a flame burning brighter, a river nearing the sea. Humans need no apology from wrongdoers, no approval from the world, for wholeness comes not from them, but from the one who promised to make all things new. Look at the moonlight illuminating the night, needing no fight with darkness, only presence, radiant and eternal. Healing is that moonlight, the promise that however long the night, light will return, bringing peace and joy everlasting. As dawn breaks, painting golden streaks across the vast ocean, waves caress the shore, whispering ancient tales of resilience and hope. Each wave, though pushed back by rocks, presses forward, unresentful, untiring, knowing its destiny is to merge with the boundless expanse. The human soul's journey is the same, through storms of injustice, wounds of betrayal, and long nights of bitterness, called to move toward an ocean of hope, where every pain is redeemed, every scar becomes a song of triumph. Pain is not the end, but the waves guiding the way, the fertile soil where God sows wholeness. In dawn's gentle light, as the sun embraces the sea, humans are reminded that delay is not denial, that each step in faith is a heartbeat toward eternity. Dark days, when lies cut like knives, when kindness is trampled and faith is torn apart, can make the soul feel like a field scorched by fire, desolate and hopeless. But behold the mountains standing through millions of years, worn by wind and rain, yet rising, not stronger than nature, but shaped by time into timeless beauty. When you let God handle it, He doesn't just address the wrong, He makes you whole. These words are the brightest star in the night, a promise that every loss, every tear is caught by the Creator, transformed into precious gems in your story. Like coral reefs beneath the sea, silently formed from fragments over millennia, the human soul is rebuilt from broken pieces, not to hide scars, but to let them shine like sunlight reflecting on waves. The journey to wholeness is not a straight path, not a field always bathed in sunlight. It is like a river winding through a valley, sometimes meeting rocks, sometimes slowing through mud, but always pressing toward the sea. Every moment of forgiveness, every release of bitterness, every humble step is a wave, small yet mighty, flowing into the ocean of hope. Picture the albatross gliding over the sea, wings weary from storms, yet spread wide, trusting the wind to lift it higher. Humans are called to spread their soul's wings, unbound by past tempests, flying toward light where peace and joy await. When the heart is heavy with painful memories, when the past's darkness threatens to dim joy, recall the small flame burning in the winter night. It needs no fierce blaze to warm, only steady persistence to bring light to those who shiver. Healings are that flame, quiet yet unquenchable, melting the icy chains of bitterness. Healing is holy, it is a quiet miracle. These words are a cool stream through dry land, awakening dormant life, bringing freshness like a forest reborn after fire. In trusting pain to God, humans are not only healed but renewed, like a lush hill after drought, teeming with wildflowers, vibrant with joyful streams and gentle sunlight. Gaze at the moon hanging in the night sky, not fighting darkness, but quietly shining, guiding the lost. Wholeness comes not from erasing the past, needing no apology from wrongdoers, nor depending on worldly approval. It comes from faith that the one who made the stars and seas is writing your story, with chapters radiant with light. Like a butterfly emerging from its cocoon, fragile yet resolute, spreading wings to fly into sunlight, humans are called to transform, leaving the cocoon's darkness to soar in freedom and joy. Every scar is a story, every tear a gem, every step in faith a wave drawing closer to the ocean of wholeness. This journey's pace grows stronger, like dawn unstoppable by night, like a river merging with the sea, like a breeze sweeping through fields, carrying flower scents and birdsong. Humans walk not alone, not in solitude, for the Creator's gaze never wavers. Every pain, every trial, is a call to trust, to forgive, to be humble, to heal. See the sky after a storm, when a rainbow appears, unassuming yet captivating the world. Wholeness is that rainbow, God's gift to those who brave the storm, not to deny it, but to stand in light, radiant and eternal. This journey is not yours alone, but a testimony for those lost in their own darkness. By forgiving, humbling, healing, humans become a lighthouse on the shore, guiding wayward ships. They become a breeze carrying seeds of hope, planting new fields, not just for themselves, but for the world. Behold the ocean shimmering under sunlight, where every wave merges, every drop finds meaning. Trusting in the divine plan, humans not only find wholeness, but become light, guiding other souls to hope's shore. So rise, resilient soul, like the mountain unshaken, the river unceasing, the bird soaring through storms. Trust that delay is not denial, that every wound is a promise, every step a miracle. The ocean of hope awaits, with waves sparkling in eternal light, where every pain is redeemed, every dream renewed. Humans do not merely survive, but soar, not only heal, but shine, not just exist, but become whole, in the arms of the one who sees all, catches all, and makes all things new. If this story touches your heart, share your journey in the comments below. Your words may be the breeze carrying hope to another soul, the light guiding someone lost. And if you wish to continue receiving inspirational messages, subscribe to our channel to explore the ocean of hope, where every wave is a story, every light a promise.